Hi, this is Theo from PocketBlocks.com. Today I'm going to review the Uniball Air. This is a rollerball pen. Actually, yesterday I uploaded a review, but my friend told me that you can get variable line weights from this pen, hence the need for this updated review. So let's take a look at the pen. The Uniball Air uses the same ink as the Uniball Vision. They both use the Uni Super Ink, which is pigmented, and when it's dry it's waterproof. So this pen is good for sketching, and if you want to use watercolor over it, you can do so. The whole pen is made of plastic cap with a nice clip here. I like the tapered edge at the top here. Has a nice grip, and you can actually open the back of this pen, but from what I can tell, this is not replaceable. And if you take a closer look, there are some words here. It says here, do not remove. You can actually twist this around. My friend said that he has managed to successfully refill this pen. I'm not sure if I want to try that, but let's take a closer look at the rollerball tip. That is the rollerball tip. Behind some plastic holding it, and the ink system is behind. This pen uses liquid ink, and it comes in 3 different colors: black, blue, and red. Writing performance of this pen is very good. This is very smooth. The ink is very dark and it's very generous, the ink flow. Here are the different strokes you can get. This is the thin line without much pressure, and this is me pressing down a bit harder. I think it depends on the paper itself also. You can see that this stroke here, there are some blobs at the start and end of this. The paper I'm using here is the Strathmore writing pad, which is a high quality writing paper with 25% cotton. So let me try to write on some crappy paper. This is crappy paper. If I put the pen tip against the paper for a while, the ink will continue to flow and it will create this block here. Depending on what type of paper you are using, you are going to see this in a greater or lesser extent. So this is some lousy paper, but note that the lines are still quite sharp even on this paper. So this is a good writing pen. Let me switch over to the Strathmore pad and do the same thing. I'm just going to place the tip here for a while. There is a blob, but not as big as the one on the lousier paper. Now I'm going to test this pen on 180 GSM paper, medium grain. Going for the thin lines first, and press down harder for the thicker lines. There is some variation. I would say the thin lines probably a 0.5, maybe the thicker line a 0.7. The line thickness does vary slightly, but I don't think that is a big deal. Let me do a drawing demonstration. So I'm just going to press hard and thin some areas and see how this sketch is going to turn out. Thin and hard. So I go for a thin line here, maybe a thicker line here. Thicker lines here. Thin line for the cheek and the jaw. I'm going to use thin lines for the patterns on this coat. This is my watercolor box, so I'm just going to color a bit. The ink dries relatively fast for a liquid ink pen like this. and usually for me when I'm drawing outdoors, this means that I can add colors immediately after mixing. So I'm just going to do some colors here. You can see that the lines are waterproof. This ink is waterproof. So that's very nice for pen and ink watercolor work. I like that the ink is very dark. When you use watercolor over it, the lines will still show through very clearly. The Uniball Air is a nice pen for writing and sketching, and if you want to use watercolor over it, you can do so because the pigmented ink, when it is dry, it's waterproof and it dries relatively fast. Compared to the more ubiquitous Uniball Vision, the Uniball Vision comes with rollerball as well, and also the needle point option. Main difference for me is the Uniball Air is capable of different line weight. Even though the difference is not that big, it does make a subtle difference when it comes to drawing. I really enjoy drawing with this pen, and this is a sketch that I drew with the Uniball Air. This is watercolor paper. There are some instances where there are blobs like here, but I find that to be quite characteristic of this particular pen, and it also really depends on the paper that you are using. The Uniball Air is a bit more expensive than the Uniball Vision, but it is not too expensive, so you can just buy one to try it out. I find this to be a very enjoyable pen to use because this is very smooth regardless of the paper. The only thing to take note of is because this pen uses liquid ink, if you are using crappy paper, then it might create blobs, so be careful of that. That's all for my review today. If you have any questions, feel free to post them in the comment section below. I will also post a link to my text review in case I need to do any updates. So thanks for watching. Remember to subscribe to my channel for more art product reviews, sketching videos, tips, techniques, and sketchbook features. Bye!